Hi, everybody. This is Sandy Lene. Welcome to Psychic Creations. Today's show is about a fabulous nursery and gift shop here in Carson City, Nevada. It's called Evergreen Jeans Incorporated. As you can see, we are on location at this business as Evergreen Jeans also hosts events for local charities. This event is just one of many fundraisers, and this one is being held today for the Dewdrop Inn, a rural center for independent living. Community-minded Jean and Rowena Munnings, owners of Evergreen Jeans, are very generous in their time and energy to help out those in need. Now let's find out just who Jean and Rowena are. Hello, and now we are inside, well, actually, the year-round Christmas shop of Evergreen Jeans. And you can see that Jean is dressed up for the Christmas shop, year-round Christmas shop. I'd like to introduce you to the owner of Evergreen Jeans. This is Jean Munning. Hi.
Hi.
All right. You know what, Jean? Thank you so much for hosting this and all the events that you do for the Dewdrop Inn and for the other community events that you have. This is just awesome that you open up your time and your space and your place to have these awesome events, especially for the Dewdrop Inn. And now, for our viewers to get to know Evergreen Jean, I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind. All right, number one. When did you get into the nursery business?
Well, I've been in the nursery business probably close to 50 years.
50
When
years?
I was a kid, I started weeding and mowing for extra money other than a newspaper route.
I'll be darned. Well, that's a long time that you've been in that.
Yes.
Well, as a nursery business here in Carson City, how long have you been in this area?
As a nursery since 2005.
Okay. And have you always been at this location, which is 1811 North Carson Street in Carson City, Nevada?
No, we started the first 2 years where it's out of our backyard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and there's still people around that remember when they had to shop in our backyard.
Isn't that
when
fun?
we started, because it was just like, I brought all these things from Baltimore here, where I'm from, and they survived, but you can't find them in any of the garden centers. So I said, well, I'll just go start raising my own to get a variety, because they grow here, and it started there. And then we knew Max Baer when I went through the leadership program in Carson City, and asked him could we borrow the Walmart building that he owned, and he said sure, you can have the whole building. Which, God, I'd never have that much stuff to fill it up. So we just had the plants outside in the nursery, and then inside was just a desk to check out.
How awesome! And that was the old Walmart at the south end
The
of
old
town?
Walmart. And then when he sold it and the new people took it over, then 2 weeks before Christmas they said you're out of here, and they cut the electric, the water off.
Oh, goodness.
So then we 3 months later, found a spot downtown, which didn't work out, but we were there for most of the year, and then just before Christmas again. And then we found this because of the Sierra Rose florist. They let us take our Christmas trees and put them in front of their store, and they said, well, why don't you write to our landlord, and he owns other properties, and he sent me up with Bill, and we've been here ever since, 5 years.
Well, I think Bill, that's the complex owner.
Yes.
Yeah, he did a good thing by putting you here. Because you have a beautiful nursery out front.
Yeah, we like being here.
You bet. It's like having your own garden out in the front of the store here. Well, and you do have a degree in horticulture?
Yeah, I have a master's in ornamental horticulture from University of Maryland College Park.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
That's awesome. That is just awesome. Well, cool. Let's see. And I wanted to ask you something, because this has just always thrilled me. Do you carry certain plants here that no one else carries in the Carson City or Reno area?
A lot. I grow more and more, and I've been growing with Color Choice shrubs. I've been growing all their shrubs that are for this area, that'll survive in this area. And I get them. What I have last year, which would have been last summer, is most of those are 2014 plants they're in catalogs now, and we've been selling them. Plus, they'll be overwintered here. So I try to stay a year ahead, which the lady that does the signs that I get from Proven Winners, she has to get, we always are months waiting for signs to get done because they're not really till this year for last year's plants. So they're always getting them done early.
Oh.
Because they always like the fact that we're able to tell them how they're doing and all, because we had a clematis that's a new one for next year, and they couldn't believe it was blooming. And it survived the cold in the beginning. It was blooming all the way up into November.
I'll be darned.
Really, they couldn't understand it. I said, yeah, it's had frost and it's still surviving. Eventually gave up.
Yeah. I'll be darned. That's interesting. You have to go back to the future to get your future from the past.
And now I'm doing perennials, more of those. And so they come from the east and all, because you just can't find these. They might in 4 or 5 years be available generally. So I go and shop around and find the newer things, especially like coneflowers and blanket flower and coreopsis, the newer things that will survive here, because you have to worry about zones, as they should do well here because of our dry climate, and just the color palette that you get.
How interesting. Aren't we like a zone 5? Are we 4 or 5?
It's 6,
Oh,
but
6.
it's really not a true 6 because we don't have the humidity. So we're more towards a 4 or 5. We're on the colder side.
Okay.
So everything we have here survives from 4 up to 7.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, how interesting. Well, that's awesome. Now, let's see. When and why did you decide to put in this beautiful Christmas shop with your gift shop and your nursery?
Well, when we were at the Walmart, after the first year, we decided we didn't have anything inside, and we decided to start getting stuff the following year. So we went into the mall when Carson Mall was bigger and had thriving, and we got different crafters that were there and to come in there to come move in and give us the merch. So it was easier to have them provided because it's all homemade merchandise.
Oh.
So then we also got Christmas through Bethlehem Lights, and well, I didn't want to pack it all up. So then we took the next section out of the garden center. We took into the main building and just took out to the first line of poles, which had electric on them. Ran clothesline and white sheets across there to block it off, so that was the Christmas store. And because Christmas is my favorite time of year, so
mine too.
all the time, so that's how it got started from there. And then we were downtown, we had 2 rooms and a hallway, and here we started with just 1 room in the main building, and then we started getting stuff from estate sales and auctions and added, and to the point that we started spilling over here into the front. And then this year we finally took over the whole building here. We've taken, because we used to bring the garden stuff in and store it in the wintertime in here, which would be right behind me, but that's now all Christmas because we ran out of room.
Well, you did. And you have some unique items in your gift shop, the Made in America.
Yeah, we try to concentrate on what's made in America because we don't go to many of the gift shows, but we get the catalog, which is like a phone book from Atlanta, which is the big one. And then we get that one, and then we order catalogs from the individual people that advertise in there. And then we have connections. They tell you, oh, well, they met when they were there, this one and this one and this one. And that's how it's grown for Made in America. And then the countries, because we have 17 countries besides the United States, and we have 6 states that we have occupied. But most of the stuff made in this country is still made in the East Coast because that's where the main manufacturers are, except for Krebs is in New Mexico, and then there's a couple in Southern California. But most everything's still on the East Coast because they've been doing it for many, many generations.
Well, I think that's awesome. I really do. I'm so happy that you do that. Well, let's see. Could you give us your contact information, your address, phone number for here?
Yeah, we're at 1811 North Carson Street, just south of the grocery outlet. And the phone number of the store is 882-1807. That's area code 775. Or my cell phone is 775-530-0946.
Cool. Very cool. That way people can get a hold of you and ask you about nursery, Christmas, and your unique items for just gift giving, huh?
Yes.
All right. I just have one last question for you. What inspired you to be hosts for the event at Do Drop In and other community events?
Well, when we first started, we started doing a community barbecue every major holiday. And it's Memorial Day, then 4th of July, and then Labor Day. But we found that 4th of July and Labor Day, hardly anybody came, but Memorial Day was packed.
Oh.
So we stuck with that over the years, stuck with doing Memorial free barbecue, and then we give veterans 25% off that day, thanking them for their service of anything that they get. And then we've done for other small groups. We just started with breast cancer, because that's with one of our hydrangeas. It was developed for the Breast Cancer Foundation.
Oh.
That's Pink Days, and we have to move it up, and then just different things we've done for different groups that have asked, and we've hosted them here. But the Do Drop-In Center, I met them when they had the Sunday that was the church was going into the community back in June, and they were on the list. And I had never heard of them, but they needed something simple. What I thought was simple. It was just they needed their drip system fixed. I had no idea they had no real drip system. It needed to be ramped from the beginning. And so I went and got all the parts, and then I found out more what they do. And I said, well, we'll do a fundraiser for you in the summer. And we did that one, and then we've just added, since they need gloves and hats and scarves, things for the people because they're homeless, basically. And she's trying to get them into Section 8 housing so that they don't freeze to death like the one that did down on South Carson Street. And then some food, and then we do, and we collect donations all the time for them, cash, and we just keep transporting it down there to help her. So that's how it all started.
Well, I think that's wonderful that you're doing that for the Do Drop-In and other places here in town, the donations. That's wonderful, Jean. You and your wife, Rowena.
Yeah.
That's
Well, if we
wonderful.
don't do it, you're supposed to give back to your community that you're in. So that's what we do. We believe in giving back, because then what you give, you get back tenfold.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Thank you so much for this interview. This is going to be an awesome show with you in it. And again, Evergreen Jeans, Inc. in Carson City, Nevada.
This is for the super frosted, holding in this nighttime costume, even things I could never understand. But I guess a dream is a chance to sleep, but it will never come with the friends I keep. What do I say to get this plane to land? Even though your memory is of the crazy shit that you did to me, it's just another thing I can't comprehend. But you're taking it too far. I don't know who you are anymore. I know that these scars won't hurt just as hard. Once I close that door, you're taking it too far. And all the countless tears you've cried will not be enough to save your life. But no one can say that you didn't try. But you point your finger to count your sins, and you only shine when the dark sets in. So what's it like to be your only light? Broken more than our promises, but it doesn't compare to the way you've left. You made your bed, this is where you're meant to lie. But you take taking it too far. I don't know who you are anymore. I know that the scars won't hurt just as hard once I close that door. You're taking it too far.
This is an original composition that I composed, and I'll decompose it for you right now. Here we go. Original composition. Thank you very much.
And we are Oprah, by the way.
We are Oprah, by the way. This
which
is
is
Brian.
the name of mine.
Yeah.
What can you say?
I live next door to the Oprah mine, actually.
Cool.
So, all right.
Very haunted place.
So it's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air. There's gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there.
Ever since 5 years.
Well, I think Bill, that's the complex owner.
Yes.
Yeah, he did a good thing by putting you here. Because you have a beautiful nursery out front.
Yeah, we like being here.
You bet. It's like having your own garden out in the front of the store here. Well, and you do have a degree in horticulture?
Yeah, I have a master's in ornamental horticulture from University of Maryland College Park.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
That's awesome. That is just awesome. Well, cool. Let's see. And I wanted to...
Sight, 15-year-old prom queen, high heels and jeans, coming thunder or rain. The circumstances forced me into your world. Oh, a workplace romance. I've do this for myself. And oh, I sang a ba-ba-dee-da-da-do, a ba-ba-dee-da-da-do, da-dee-da-ma-ma-dum, the ba-ba-dee-ba-da-do. reciting incantations to a god I've never heard of. Takes all my will to speak, like a shake a sacred weak, singing the name of love. So is this my happy ending? Maybe it's just another bluff. I don't mean to sound condescending, but it feels like it's on the beginning. A masterpiece called us. Am I alive or am I broken? 'Cause baby, I think I need a little fix. Like the book has been left wide open, my speech has already been spoken. Learn all my tricks. If I don't leave now, just stand here. Look for the writing on the wall. I was told I couldn't miss it. I think you're all full of it, 'cause I've been staring for way too long. Me. All right, this next one's an original called Walk Away. So give it up and walk away, away from me. I found it now, I'm on my knees, but I can make it through somehow. I've been so gone, away for weeks, but I'm riding on ecstasy, and I don't want to forget the ground. So walk away, away from me before a glass is on the knee, and I don't want this to be over now. I'll step through your soul, you're still my heart. I said goodbye to loneliness, we're still worlds apart, and I think I'm blinded. Shown to me, and I'll keep insisting. The thought of your memory. So back it up and stay away, away from me. I found it now, I'm on my knees, but I won't carry this all around. I felt alone, but now I'm free. You picked me up, lifted me, but I will still end up as a clown. So walk away, away from me, 'cause I'm tripping on the higher breed, and I think it's time that I come down. So just back up, get away from me, 'cause every time you look at me, I swear I stop breathing and I can't hold down my pain inside. When I see this, it's hard for me to hide it. I won't wait for tomorrow. If I can't stop, break today.
Thank you so much for your time and your space, for the events, for this interview. Thank you so much for watching Psychic Creations.